I had to get. Look at that shit, bro. I had to get it.
Fucking robot, bro.
They finna go get him. Whoever in there, hey, I hope he got somebody to go call, cause the flowers gonna beat him home. They finna go take that dog in there and finna go pop his ass. Look at that. 2022, dog. 23 now. That's what they doing now. They bringing robot dogs into the hive. Gonna pop your ass with no feelings.
Shalom Akim, Yahweh Shemi Ashab Rakathum, double honors to our apostles and elders, the great Muslims who were well, tell us his truth. Shalom to you, Akim, the push the word across the four corners of this globe with our peace and sincerity, with our truth and sincerity by Hashem, Harakah, Hakwadash, we call Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashab. As you can see in the video, Esau'S coming out, with his devices now, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this type of devices, that Esau'S been brewing, has always been around, like kept away in his vault, so to speak, and now, here it is, in so-called 2022, to where, it's now being more and more brought out, if I should say, and pretty much Esau has already been conditioning us with the propaganda, with the movies, or one major one would be like RoboCop and like Black Mirror, that one episode of Black Mirror where pretty much robot dogs literally, were strapped with, all types of heavy artillery, to hunt down humans, and in that one episode, it was like a dystopian type of environment, and pretty much, people were being hunted down, man, by, these artificial intelligent beings. You know what I'm saying? And you see, Jake has no idea what the fuck's what's getting ready to come down the pipe, man. Jake is still, partying and bullshitting, not seeking Yahweh but Shemi Ashad, and not, fearing him, as well as serving him. These things is what's coming for our people, man. And it's truly gonna be a time of great trouble, man. Matter of fact, I'll get that precept. I'll get Daniel. Matter of fact, I'll get Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashah, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Asking now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, man. So ask yourself, which the obvious answer is no, but can a man go into, labor and travail, about to give birth, like as a woman? No, So how come he sees, every man with his hands on his loins, in that, that fetal position, curling up, wailing, screaming like a woman, and all faces are turned into paleness, man. It's gonna be, the most toughest, baddest dude that you thought you knew. It's tough out here. If Yahweh Shemi Ashad is not dealing with that, man, he's gonna be just like these, individuals right here. As I'm reading, I'm saying, those that's, the hands in their loins, like a woman in travail, faces turned to paleness, Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. It's gonna be a terrible time, man. These, these beings don't sleep like humans. Called sick, so to speak. And she, the way how the Lord, made Esau to design them, it's gonna be hard for them to malfunction. Unless the spirit and power is dealing with those individuals, the spiritual power to to somehow cause them to malfunction, because see, a robot is just elements, just fucking metals and electricity, and Esau, well, Yahweh Shemi Shai gave Esau the knowledge to manipulate, those elements to cause, these, robots, to create artificial intelligence, to act the way how it's acting, to shoot on sight, shoot down, a specific ethnic group of Jakes, and this is, the whole plan for Esau, man. Esau, his main target is, the chosen people, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Mainly, the election, man. To see if he could, which he won't, but he's gonna fully try his best to, try to kill off the elect, but it won't happen, man. Because why? Because that standard is gonna be lifted up. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai shall lift up a standard against him. And this is just one, device, one of many, of Esau's devices, that he's now showing to the public. Esau got, it's like, Esau got, what's the thing? The skeleton type, damn, I just forgot what it's called. But pretty much, exosuits, like he's like splicing, and dicing, like creatures, and mixing within different people, to give them that super, like Esau in these movies, man, like you seen Resident Evil, the fucking mad scientists, always like in the bunker somewhere splicing shit, creating all types of crazy creations, just fearful creations that have like overpowering strength, and only Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to deliver, whoever those is deemed to be delivered to make it through these times, man. The elect are the only ones that's gonna make it through these times, because, man, see, everybody is gonna bug the fuck out at what is about to come upon the face of the earth, man. And this is truly, ain't never been a time, like this, that that we're about to see, that we've never seen before, man. And I believe, how the news came out, I believe, like 2 months ago, to where Esau, he's strapping snipers upon these robot dogs, to where, like, that's crazy, man. You get sniped like miles away from a fucking robot dog, man. These are many devices, man. Like that movie, like RoboCop, or the movie Elysium, with those robot officers, or that movie Chappie, Ex Machina, all these different movies, man. These predictive programming, has been put out, cause that's Esau's way of, him saying, I told you so. He tells you before, because he's dead ass doing this, man. And this is not no fan fiction. The moment you think it's fan fiction, he already got you under his, his spell, so to speak, man. And that's how he's able to continue to do this, because the people would not believe it, man. Those, those that's asleep, would think that you crazy by pointing these type of things out, and revealing how, the truth of it, or you just crazy, you just, a sea theorist, you just bugged out, all these different type of names and shit. But this is dead ass what he's doing, and you wouldn't believe it because of how crazy it is. The Lord told you, that it's really gonna be a time never before seen, man. If this nigga has the idea for it, of some type of mad crazy type of a weapon, because Esau is blessed with the sword, so you mean tell me that with his blessing, with all the fattest of the earth and the riches and the knowledge and the elements that's been given to him to create these things, this devil has satellites that can literally fucking laser beam you from space wherever you at, man. You mean tell me that he does not have like some other type of devices that's just as terrible, it's just a little robot dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is just one of many other devices that, that this devil has. And, and now it's just more and more, coming out to the public. Like you heard Jake, man, hey, these things is coming after Jake, man. It's like, these things is going to be geared towards our people, man. And this is going to be the wrath of Esau'S, upon Esau, to thrust the majority of our people through. This is Isaiah 65. Verse 1, I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me unto a nation that was not called by my name. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face. Sorry. That sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. And that's our people, man. You got Jake calling upon Jesus, just, adding sin upon sin, saying shit like the law is done away with, completely making void of the commandments, and we know the precept, on those that loathe the law of Esau'S, you're gonna dwell in torment, man. And this is the wrath of Esau'S that's getting ready to come up on the face of the earth, geared towards our people, man. Hence Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be for the rebellious, man. It's gonna be a really bad time, man. A serious, gut-wrenching time, so to speak, man. You see only, whom the mercy of the Lord, is rested upon. Those are the ones who's gonna make it out through this time, man. Like we just read in Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so none is like it, is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That's the elect that's going to be saved out of it. Only the election. But for the majority of our people, it's going to be great trouble upon you, man. It's going to be great death and destruction upon our people, man. Like 2/3 of our people, is going to be cut off and die out here. But the 1/3 is going to be trapped through the fire and be delivered. Going back to Isaiah 65, and verse 5, which says, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. Which mainly, Jake, that's in that Christianity shit. They think that they're, 10 times holier than thou, man. Them making void the law, them not knowing the name, them worshiping, worship Caesar, Borgia, and, fucking call upon Jesus and shit. You know, these are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. You know, that's plain, man. You know what you are to y'all, but man, so you're fucking smoke in his nose, man. You know, like stand over fucking burning, anything where it's just smoking and shit. You know, that's just, it's just a bothersome smell. You know, like burning ash in front of your face. Like, it's it doesn't smell pleasant, man. You know, you want to, put that fire out, fast as possible, because you can't, bear that smell, or that, that smoke burning. You'll be coughing and shit. A fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense into their bosom. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, which have burnt incense upon the mountains, and blaspheme me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work in their bosom, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. As the new wine is found in the cluster, and one said, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants, 6, that I may not destroy them all. So the Lord's going to, protect, and not, utterly destroy Israel, man. Through his elect, the whole nation is going to be saved. But on this side, just the majority is just going to be cut off. They have to be reborn, back to the loins of the election, in the kingdom. And I'll bring forth the seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Let's get to the 11th verse. But ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And this is coming, man. Majority of people gonna be bowed down to the sword out here, man. Esau. Esau's going to come down upon the whole earth, mainly our people, with great wrath, man. Like a madman, man. Sparing none. It's gonna be martial law. These fucking robot dogs are just gonna be, just programmed to shoot, what's the word? Exterminate, eliminate, on sight, or any type of, drones. They show you in these movies, like The Purge. I believe it's the one that's called The First Purge. Where they show drones fucking roll up in Jake hoods, man. And it was just, just fucking, off in Jake, man. This devil has these things, man. They show you, some videos, that surfaces, around the internet, what's going on over there in Ukraine and shit. How, you see videos of just a fucking bomb drone just drop a missile on on like a whole platoon of soldiers and shit. Esau has these things, man. He has these drones and shit. These devices, man. His blessing is the sword. And the Lord is going, allow him to use that, man. And through this nigga, Yahweh Shemashah is going to use him, what's the word? To show his wrath, if I should say, against our people, man. Majority of our people. But the Lord's going, show mercy towards his election. Those that, those that did choose the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, like it says in Proverbs chapter 1. Verse 13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Not only, is the sword going to be out here, but the famine too. It's going to be all hell, man. It's going to be a chaotic ass fucking time, man. Famine, and, scriptures tell you that, that better it is, to die by the sword than to perish for famine. For these pine away, your body is eating itself, by the second, by the hour, by the day, by the week, like however, your body goes, to be malnourished before you just fucking drop dead. Your body eats the fats, all the way down to the fucking muscles, all the way to a point to where your bones is gonna be fucking just showing, man. You're gonna be looking bugged out and scary looking, man. To where, your sockets are gonna be popping out, and yet you're still alive, man. You're dying slowly, man. You're saying, bro, that's a terrible way to die, man. It's gonna be a terrible time, man. But the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshua are gonna be eating, they're gonna be drinking, they're gonna be merry, they're gonna be, singing for joy of heart, and you wicked ass niggas gonna be, mourning and crying for sorrow of heart and howling for vexation of spirit, man. Because why? Because you niggas didn't choose the fear of the Lord and didn't take heed to the word when, it was first brought, brought to light towards you, man. What niggas want to do? Niggas want to scarf, talk shit, get money, nigga. Fuck that Israelite stuff, get money, chase the bag, chase these hoes and shit. Jake has no time to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But see, when all hell breaks the fuck loose and, ain't no more fucking, greenbacks to be chasing, now Jake want to turn to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. No, man. The Lord's only, see, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is only, hear his servants that have been serving him, man. And, keeping that diligent fear of him. I'm gonna get this in Proverbs 1. Chapter 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. They will none of my counsel, they despise on my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil, man. And this is where we hope to be at, man. To be quiet from fear of evil, man. These devices is not going to keep Jake, quiet from the fear of evil, man. What you gonna do when you fucking running as fast as you could from a fucking, an artificial intelligent being chasing your ass, man. And you breaking every corner, you jumping over walls, fences, and that motherfucker's still there on your ass chasing you, man. What you gonna do, man? You getting tired. This thing is not getting tired. And, and when you call upon Yahweh Shem Yahshua and the Lord doesn't hear you because you want to choose to be wicked, or when the time, of the Lord, the opportunity to get your ass right in the time of the grace period was open unto you, you rather chose to, to scoff, talk shit, thought scorn of this thing, of this truth, and kept on doing your bullshit. rather than showing forth repentance and fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, you know, Lord's not going to hear you, man. But see, those that call up, see those that's in the fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, the moment they heard this truth, and made that oath, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna keep them, man. Those that that was serving Him, continuing, to serve Him, that's keeping that patience for Him, those are ones, whom He's gonna hear, man. Those that's dealing with the wisdom, those are ones whom He's gonna hear their prayers, and deliver them, man. Yeah, I get this one. This is Sirach chapter 35. Verse 16. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach into the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds until it come nigh. He will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, see, our hope is that, when we call upon Yahweh Shemi Ashai in this time of great trouble that's fastly approaching, He's going to hear us, man. That's why, we fear and we diligently serve Him, day in and day out, week in and week out, and showing forth our diligence, because we understand what the fuck is coming, man. The only thing that's going to, get you through these times is through Yahweh Shemi Ashai, because He's the one that's bringing it. He's the one that prophesies it's going to happen. He's going to be using this devil to make it happen, man. This devil has depth of technology to fuck you up, man. The Lord has gave him, this knowledge, this blessing, the fatness of the earth as well as the sword, man. But see, all this shit is gonna be countered, with the true power of Yahweh Shemi Ashai. What's technology, to spiritual power, man. Artificial intelligence, it's just it's just what's the word? Electrical waves. So you can manipulate that, man. And make those robots start turning against Esau. Those whom Yahweh Shemi Ashai is gonna give gonna bless those men with spiritual power. And see, it's gonna be a glorious time, man, because it's gonna be power never before seen upon the face of the earth, man. Those who's deemed to receive that spiritual power from Yahweh Shemi Ashai. So our hope is in that, man. To be quiet from the fear of evil and to be kept in this time of trouble, man. Those that's in the fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashai. But yeah, comment. That's basically the main points I want to bring up for this lesson. So Lord willing, that all your brothers and sisters find it edifying. Until next time, I say so.